Hi guys, this is Cindy over at paper.old.new. Had a little faux pas with my camera. As you can see, I am in the middle of a project here. This project is Shop My Stash 2023, April 10th, where Lorie over at Enchanted Dreaming 71 has put out the prompt, guest checks. Now, I don't have any guest checks, but what I do have is a bunch of these cards that I got. I hauled them in an antique video. I got them in a big, I got a big, huge box of forms, and there's a huge stack of these. So what I did was I cut them into thirds, and the one in the middle gets a nice centered hole, and it's perfect size for a tag. So I've reserved those to make tags out of, and the two ends are what I'm using for the guest check pieces. So they're about the size of a guest check. Here is my prototype, the one I finished. It was inspired by something I was playing around with when I made these, and I decided I could use a similar format on these with a little more decoration for embellishment and come up with something really cute. So this is what we're going to be making, and I'll show you how I did it. I got into the middle of one, and before I realized that my camera was acting up. I had gone through and done all the settings the way I was supposed to, and it started acting up again, so I had to stop and restart. So this one I did, and I'll show you how I did it. So I've selected some flowers that go on here really nice, and basically what I did was I took the background, the stamps I wanted to use on the background, and I'm going to use Distress ink. The oxides work really good for stamping, and the inks tend to be a little more finicky, but I'm going to use an ink anyway on this one. And I didn't clean my stamp, but can you see the blended effect with the inks that I got on this one? I like that. It's probably not good for my ink pad, but I really liked how it turned out. So here we go. I don't know if it's going to work because this is, like I said, this is ink. It's also a darker purple, so I don't know if it's going to have any blended spots or not. The one I used for this was I used the unclean stamps on a blue, this stormy sky, and that's what it did. So let's see what we come up with here. I'm going to put this right up here. Okay, so not as much blending. It's mostly just purple, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Let's do this one and see what we get. I can definitely see ink on my oxide on my ink pad though. So I don't know how I clean that off. Probably just using it will eventually get it off of there, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, we're going to put this one on here. Yeah. And then I think I'll do this through the middle this time. Okay, so that covers my background pretty well. Now, the other thing I did was I had these all set up with, my 4 is not stamping really well, so I'm going to take the 4 off of here and use a different number. I've been using the 3 a lot. Let's use the 2. Maybe we'll take the 7 off also. I need to clean these. How about we do a 6? I really need to clean these. Okay, and maybe we'll change color. How about this frayed burlap? Let's try this and see what we get. All right, and we're going to put it, let's see, where does the flower I don't mind if the 62 is partially covered, but I don't want it totally covered, so. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Okay. What do I do with the lid? Oh. I got my ink drawer open over here so I can keep things out of my way as I use them. Now for the stamp, I've been using this red pad and these stamps, these like postage looking stamps that I have, and kind of winging it, hoping for the best. I think I'll put it up here just because there's nothing on this top. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's these two, and these will get these flowers, and we'll have to pick some lace out. I just want to get these backgrounds stamped, and then I can get this area kind of cleaned up, and we can move on to something else. Okay, I really am kind of curious as to whether or not I could do the pink, and it would show up as a cool background. So we're going to give it a shot. I kind of cheated. These background stamps that I'm using came as one big sheet, and I wanted to be able to use them in different patterns, so I cut the sheet apart. I like using them better that way. This one again is blending because these, once again, are not clean. That one was relatively clean. And maybe I'll put yeah, that works. Okay, now see, and then the purple, I like that against there. And then for the number, I think we'll go back to the green. I think that'll be good for this number. This is a relatively small flower, so if I put it way down here, I can put the number low. I love these numbers. I'm so glad I got them. I got them a while ago, and I unboxed them to do this. This is actually the first time I used them, and I love the way they look, so I'm using them on everything at the moment. I know that's silly, but okay, let's see if maybe we can do I don't know. I kind of like the two. I guess we could do this arrived one. That might be kind of good. And I'm wondering if I shouldn't do it in red because my background is pink. Maybe I should do it in black. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's the background for that one. I'm going to have a lot of stamps to clean and fix. All right, I'm trying to keep myself some space here so I can work on all these backgrounds. Let's see. All right, we're making good time here, guys. So let's see what else we can get done. Now, one of these I want to do a green background on. So it doesn't really matter which one, but we're going to give green a shot. I really kind of like the way these newsprint ones turn out. I have these, but they're not quite big enough to cover like a whole thing. I used this one on the prototype at the top, but they're not really big enough to do a whole sheet, and I'm kind of trying to cover the whole background, so I think we're going to go with these again. And in this particular case, it probably would have been okay to have it whole. But I do get the option to put different sections of it in different spots on the card. Just kind of the remnants of that, and then maybe okay. Man, guys, I have a lot of stamp cleaning to do. That's very green. So we definitely don't want to do our numbers in green. Let me get like a nice, how about gathered twig? What does that look like? I don't think I have any like dark browns. I need to get like a good espresso dark brown because I don't have one. I should have changed the numbers. Oh. I think I was talking about putting this up, so I don't necessarily need that space. Maybe I'll put this at the bottom then. We don't have any with them at the bottom. Yeah. Guys, I'm having so much fun. I can't tell you how much fun this has been for me to do all of this background stuff. And discover using all these stamps and play with all this stuff. I've been having a blast. Okay, so if that goes there, then we can put our should I do red? Maybe I should do red for pop of color. Oops. Like a stamp. Sorry, I was just messing around. Okay, so that's that one. And we have one more background, and then we can start gluing stuff down to these. Okay, so this one, I feel like it works like this, but you could really put it anywhere on the page. I kind of like the number at the bottom. That's kind of a neat little, so I don't know. We'll have to see how we do with that one. The other cool thing about this is this goes practically side to side. So if I didn't want to, I don't necessarily have to cover the whole. Let's try one where we don't cover necessarily the whole background. So maybe we try some of these smaller ones. I have over here. These are very small. I don't know, guys. This is where I start getting hung up in my own head, because I start looking for ways to change a method that's working and saying, oh, let's do something different. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but this is how I end up getting all confuzzled and making things last a lot longer than they should. Okay, now what color are we going to do this one? Let's do the purple again. Oh, maybe we can clean some of the oxide off of it. I don't know how. We're going to do this right across the bottom. Okay. And that'll go in there like that. And then I'm going to put this one back. We're going to use this one that looks like a document unto itself. It's like a whole document, but miniaturized. Make sure I don't put it on there upside down. We're going to put it right here over the hole. Okay. The ink comes out a lot more faint than the oxides do. So that's the other thing. So with the numbers, I think I'm going to pull these two and we're going to do $58, sort of. Let's see if I can get that. Okay, we got that all set up. Let's get some more. We need some more ink on here though. Okay, now we're going to close this up. Oops. I'll put that one away because I think we're done with it. And let's do, I like the way the vintage photo numbers turned out, so let's do that again. We're going to do them right up here. Oh, my 5 didn't work. Ugh. It's a little bit better. Whatever. I hate it when the part of the thing, I guess, I don't know if it's that I'm not getting pressure on there or if it's not picking up ink correctly or what, but it is giving me we've only really done one of these. I'm wondering if I should take it and put it on here so that it goes over the numbers and do it in black. I'm a little worried, guys, so. See, and just like that, I think we're up to 20 minutes. Yep. Okay. All right, that's all the backgrounds. So let me get this out of the way. And we'll put this up here out of the way. And we're going to drop all these back in the drawer. Just to get them out of the way. And the stamps have to go over here because they all have to be sprayed and cleaned. Okay, now, the other thing we're doing is we're locating some sort of lace or fabric or something to put on these because I think that it helps with giving it something. Okay. Now that one I used a beige lace, and I have it here. And we can use it again, but I thought maybe we could look for something a little more stand out-ish. For example, I have brown. We could run this up one of them, or across the bottom of one of them. It doesn't have to be up the side, although I kind of like it going up in the plant. And I didn't do this one all the way up. I did it from like the line to the line, and I might do that again. Only this time maybe we'll move it in some. I think I like the brown on that one. So let me see about... So we're going to cut this right here. Lay this off to the side and run some glue down the flower on the back, or down the lace pattern on the back. And then we'll glue that down and we'll glue the flower down. Now, one of the suggestions she made was to, and she said this was optional, as long as it was like the size and the idea of a guest check, if you didn't have guest checks. But she made the suggestion if you had letter stamps, you could you could stamp guest check across the top. I did like the idea of a stamped background, so I did go with the stamping idea, just not... Okay, so we have that, and then we put our flower down, and this one is pretty much done. I seem to have the sniffles again, guys. Where I am, it was like in the 70s yesterday, and then it was windy and in the 40s today, sorry. It was supposed to be in the 50s, but I don't think it ever hit 50. And, I mean, the ups and downs, and, it's been wreaking, once again, I say, it's been wreaking havoc with my sinuses. My sister was commenting on how much she loves spring. Everything's so pretty, and I was like, yeah, spring's a great season to look at. I just don't like living in it. It's the only season that lies to you. Or teases you, however you want to look at it. It's the only season that kind of teases you. Because you're like ready to come out of winter, you're ready for the cold to be over, and it'll give you a warm day, and then it'll take it away from you. Like yesterday, it was so nice. It was 74 degrees, it was breezy, and then today it was cold and windy. So there's another one. So we got that one done. I like the way these are turning out, guys. This is so exciting. Okay. Let's try some more. I might use brown again, but let's see what other colors I've got, because I've got some cool colors over here. I do have red. Should I use red on one of them? That might be a little too much. No, I think that's a little too much. My basket of trims and stuff has become so unruly. It's such a mess. I need to clean it up. It's like a serious mess. What about this one? Throwing things on the floor. I like this kind of crocheted. I wonder if I could put this on this one. I might go down the whole side of the card with this. Now the question is, does it go under the flower if I stick it over there? Because I do want it to be... Yeah, it kind of connects. Okay, so we need... Well, I don't need to cut the end off. I just need a piece that will go down the edge like this. I'll cut it here and here. Since this one's going all the way to the ends, I can just cut it at either end. I'll glue it down and then I'll clip the ends off. And we'll have another one done. We'll do it this way. Okay, so I don't know, guys. I'm half tempted to just put a string of glue down the edge of the thing and just lay the lace in it. Well, I didn't really want the frayed part, but maybe it'll give it some character. Okay. Now this one goes off the edge, which I think is kind of cute. See how that, it's like a fringe off the edge there. This I'm going to have to trim it off at the top though, because it's got no way to stay. Okay. And then down here at the bottom, like that. Okay, and let's put some glue on this flower. That stamping was going along really well, and then for some reason it took me 10 minutes to get that one done. So we kind of got off kilter there. Okay. Okay, there's another one done. Look at me go, guys. Okay, I like this green. I might have to use it on... I don't know. Maybe this one. I don't think it goes with these ones. It's almost too bright. It even says it, bright green. I can't get the... There it goes. I want to save this. I feel like it would make cute ephemera in a sewing journal. Okay, so I'm assuming where it's tucked in right here is where I'm looking to... What do we think? Is that too bright? I almost feel like that's too bright, guys. I'm a little disappointed. All right, I'm going to get my brown back out. I feel like I want to do brown on this one. Probably up the other side, but I am going to go from end to end, so we'll just clip this a little long. I'm going to go up this side. Is everybody having fun? I love the idea of this. I've been trying to do it with like other projects that I do. So like rather than saying, oh, I really want to make this particular project, I need to go out and buy this particular thing. I'm trying really hard to look at projects and say, what do I have that I could do that with? So, you know, it's not just her, it's her, this Shop My Stash thing has been kind of inspirational as far as using up what I have rather than going out and buying new. It's not to say I don't like shopping, because Lord knows I do. And I will shop more, I mean. It's just that right now, if I'm honest, my biggest issue is when I shop, I don't have any place to put stuff when I bring it home. Because I have outgrown my tiny little space. I think we're going to be working on doing some rearranging in my house, and I might end up with a different space, but I don't know. My glue works. Okay, let's glue our flower down and we'll have another one done. And we might be able to get all of these done in the video, guys. I'm so excited because this is a lot for me. Anybody who follows me knows this is a lot of decorating for me. Although I will say, it's much easier if I plan something out in my head. Now, I knew exactly what I wanted to go on all of these. There was like a little formula. And my brain is an assembly line brain and it likes formulas. So if I set myself up a mass make with a particular formula to use for said mass make, I will be able to get through more items and get more done in a shorter period of time, as long as I don't go too crazy with trying, like with these, I'm trying to do the same formula but make them all look different. As long as I don't go overboard with the trying to decide how to make them look different, I'm usually okay. So we have 2 left, guys. We just have to get lace or trim or something for 2. Wish me luck. I'm going diving into my trim bin. Here's a light blue. How about that? I think the light blue might look nice on this one. Look, I'm opening new trims even. And here's another one of these little wrappers. I'm going to save that. And we're going to get a piece of this. And I think we'll do it on this one. And I might go right up where my 4 disappeared on me. I think I'll do top to bottom again. Oh, this one's going to be a pain to glue. I can see it coming. And of course, gluing lace is never like easy, because you got to find a way to make it stick. Now, a lot of times if the lace doesn't have any of these like more filled in areas, you end up having to hold it down with whatever you're usually, because usually those laces are used as a background. So you end up gluing it down with whatever you're gluing on top of it. Okay, I'm going to see if that's far enough, because I think I cut it too long. Let's move this out of the way. So I'm hoping that yeah, I did. So hopefully I got enough. I went far enough up on the glue. I think I did. Yeah. Well, let's cut this off. Oh, I went through the hole. I went over the hole. I wasn't even paying attention. I was not paying attention to the whole thing. But, okay, that'll work. And we'll glue this down. It's a little brighter than the background. It's a little brighter blue. It's not quite as, but it's not like Royal Electric blue or anything. It doesn't. And blue and orange or purple and orange, those are some of those combinations that I like. Like I need another collab to join because my internet is so grand when it comes to uploading videos. I've been looking at a color combo 2023. I don't know if that's what she calls it or not. I'm gonna have to look at it again. It's Lou Frou Frou Studios. I'm not even sure I'm saying that right. And she's doing this color study. She doesn't call it a challenge or anything. It's a collab. I mean, anybody can join in and give it a shot. And she is amazing with mixed media collage. Okay, so we have that one. I'm telling you, man, my nose is wreaking havoc with me. It's driving me crazy. I think I'm going to do the white. Ooh, is this the right size? Oh, if this is the right size, I'll be thrilled. Well, it's close enough. I can glue that down and trim the ends. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. And look, we can call this done. And we got them all done, guys. I'm so proud of us. Anyway, I'm wanting to go and like, she's been doing it since the beginning of the year. So she started in, and like I said, she started in January. Sorry. I know I cut my trains of thought off all the time. It must be very frustrating to listen to me. I'm not used to talking with nobody else in the room. So, still, I'm not. So, she does these color studies, which is what it reminded me of when I said I really like the color combinations of blue and orange. Because she picks a main color for the month. So, like, I know January was gray. But it just reminded me of that. And her, like I said, her first month, January, was gray, and then she paired colors with gray, and then each week you do something with those colors, pairing those colors together. And I mean, this is month number 4, so it would take a lot for me to get caught up. But who knows? I might do a video where I show off like everything I made to catch up for the month of January, and then everything I make to get caught up with the month of February, like that. And then maybe I can try and, because it's another one of those things where you're supposed, I mean, you search through your stash to find things to make or collage with, or because I was watching her do some of her collages, and she was like, yeah, I go searching through, she said part of the fun is searching through my stash for the things that fit the color theme for that week. And she gives you all the color themes for the month. So like she gives you all the pairings for gray at the beginning of the month, and you can go through and you can find all of the stuff that you're going to put in each one, so that you can go searching through your stash once for all the gray stuff, or all the things, the gray items plus the stuff you want to go with them all at once, which I think is cool. And she said part of the fun is searching through her stuff and finding all of the stuff to make the collages with, and she finds things that she forgot she had. So again, with the idea of using up stuff you have, a color study would be a great idea, because I look at stuff all the time and I go, do I really want to use that? And so I just think it would be a really cool idea to challenge yourself to use color pairings to make something. But anyway, okay, there's the last one. Sorry, guys, I got off track telling you about something that doesn't even apply to this, but, you know, we just kind of chatter when we do this, don't we? But we got, look at this, guys. On camera, I got 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, this was a half because I had already done the background. So background-wise, we went through all of those, right? We did those 4 completely. We did half of that one, and that was my prototype. So I got 6 of these made. And these are my guest checks, or what I did for guest checks. So I hope you liked this idea. I felt like it was kind of a, you know, this is what you can do if you don't have a guest check kind of an idea. Because I have no guest checks. And with the idea being don't go out and buy new stuff, I didn't run out and buy. I mean, you can go, we have an office supply store or a Walmart or whatever. You can buy pads of guest checks, but I did not go out shopping for stuff. So this was the stuff I already had, so I made do, and this is what I came up with. I love how these turned out. Thanks again, Lorie, for running this. I think it's a great idea, and I'm looking forward to finding out what the prompt is for the second, or the 4th week. Sorry, the 4th Monday in April. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.